Now pulling their orcas back into their base. If this is going to work again, then I'm really going to question like why Baghira doesn't have better unit control. Welcome to, in the yellow, it is Baghira versus, in the yellow, it is My Name, a blue helicopter. Because yes, they are blue, of course they are blue, if they are a blue helicopter. Blue helicopter playing as GDI versus not for Baghira. And now let's hope that I'm actually correct about those names, because I'm often seen as stupid, so let's hope that I'm actually correct for once. Anyways, refinery on this side now for Baghira already. And going to expand into the back of their base soon. Whereas blue helicopter only now has their first refinery up. Relatively late. And I feel like it could have been there for better efficiency. I feel like that's the case, but maybe not. And will now go into the back of their base for efficient eco as well. Because of course that will be south side versus, well, harvester is like on the south side or entrance of the refinery. So here it has to go all the way around in order to actually unload. Whereas for My Name that will not be an issue. They drive in, they drive out, and they get the Tiberium. Right, 2 refs on this side, 3 refs here. Likely going to see an airstrip like here-ish, somewhere. And then expand into middle or side. Whereas on this side, with My Name, really quite passive. Since they're GDI, I do expect them to like expand and then go for War Factory, but going to go for just some barracks for now. Alright. There indeed is the airstrip. And yeah, the Grenadiers are doing their best, but not really succeeding yet. Baghira indeed going into the middle for all that nice eco. Well, all that nice. It's not a very large field, it's a decently sized field, but like, yeah, it's quarry, sure. Anyways, now going into the middle here as well. First buggy is out and then light. Curious. Okay, light tanks. Not something you often see. Blocking really nicely with that buggy. And now forcing a response from My Name. Relatively late response to like the buggy in general, but quite quick for like the blocking of the harvester. So it wasn't blocked for all that long. But I mean, yeah. Still just Baghira with so much more eco. Already 3,000 more harvested. Because of their like 5 harvesters versus like 4 on this side. Unless I have them mixed up in the in like this overlay thingy, but it's fine. No, I do think it's correct. Since that harvester was just for yellow. Alright, good. And there we have the War Factory after 4 refs. Makes a lot of sense. However, on this side we've got 3, 4, 5, 6. That's likely second airstrip territory. Light tanks and artillery. It's not something you usually see. But it is very interesting. Yes. Light tanks are able to drive over the infantry. So just because of that, it's not even a very bad choice if you have a good number of them in like relatively tight spots. Which this kinda is. Artillery would be able to sit over here and destroy the like War Factory if it wasn't dead yet. However, it is dead, so it doesn't really matter. Artillery is trying its best, but not exactly a good unit against medium tanks. Like, it really just isn't. But 5 medium tanks on this side will just try to run in here. And you'd really have to drive over now. Take the medium tank and drive 1 spot right. You need that. And we'll do that now. That's 5 grenadiers down already. That's another 5. That's 10 total. Okay, like, blue helicopter is getting some eco up. I mean, like 3 and 3, that's 6. But that's not great. And tanks stacked on top of each other are going to die. Artillery will have to run, otherwise it's dead. It is dead because it didn't run. And the construction yard is still alive. That means you can still produce a war factory or barracks or whatever you want. However, what do you do against what the enemy has? They've just got so much. They've got 4 refs there, then another 3 there, and then 1 here. That's 8 total. Versus your good eco in 5. And you don't have like very good production. You've got only like 1 barracks. And the enemy is using tanks. Okay, sure. And they know about your war factory, so they're going to go straight after that. And they are going to kill it, most likely. Unless they waste all of the tanks, but they should still kill it. War factory really isn't that strong in terms of its HP. So artillery is just about in the range and does get 1 shot off. Now 2 light tanks are still alive. Fighting grenadiers like that is not a good idea. But it's another 2,000 wasted, or like $2,900 tank is this. That's expensive, that's really expensive. And the next wave is already ready. 3 medium tanks here, not insignificant. 8,000 in the bank. Another 4 artillery pieces here and a couple of light tanks, like 4 light tanks. What do you do if you're a blue helicopter? I don't know, I really do not know. Anyways, grenadiers there going down. Flamethrowers here do get driven over by the harvester. And there is another war factory. And there aren't any units close by to kill it immediately. So you might be able to get 2 whole tanks. Maybe even 3 out of it. You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised about that. No. 3 tanks would probably be quite easy even for you. If you're going to use your war factory. However, light tanks are doing such a phenomenal job. Driving over another like 20 grenadiers or so. Like 15 probably, but well. Then like 95, 96 to 50 KD. Like, sure, these units are more expensive on average. But that's still not pretty. 2 tanks are now out of the war factory. Which means that it needs to produce 1 more, and then I was correct. And it's allowed to die, and stop it. That's just too far. Anyways, that is the 3rd medium tank. Artillery behind, like artillery should. And these like modern tactics might actually just win them the game. Oh, that was the 4th tank. What are we doing now? I mean, sure, Baghira isn't actually like trying to go after the war factory. They've got 17k in the bank. Harvested like almost 70k. If there's like 37k in the last 30 seconds. 7,700, like 6,000 versus 3,000. Like GG, because Baghira does indeed win. Time for a match on 4 pools. Between, in the blue, it is My Name, Blue Helicopter, versus, in the yellow, Baghira, who was blue last game, which means that it's actually 1-0 for Blue Helicopter. Who would have thought that the blue player was not Blue Helicopter? I certainly didn't, because I was wrong about it. Because this time around they are blue. Yes, I confirmed that they are blue. I checked it, just to make sure. And it's a GDI for both. It's a GDI mirror, which means that I'm going to ask you to subscribe to the channel, because that's what I do when it's a GDI, or like a mirror game, or a often seen game in the second game. And because of that, you've got to click the button. Yes, you have, right? Yes, you have done that. And now we can continue with double ref on this side versus just a single one for Baghira right now. That one is out already. Are you going to rush into a war factory? Are you out of time? I mean, the silo doesn't like make that logical, and indeed you do go for a second refinery. But you are behind already, like significantly. That's not correct, by the way. because that's supposed to be toggle, and now it's correct. Hey, come on, now it's correct. The overview wasn't really supposed to show that yet, because it didn't like update it. Anyways, Grenadiers over here getting shot down for a Baghira. And it's like 4 Fs over here versus just now 3 on this side. Baghira is still behind. That's not great. In a mirror match, where neither player moves their construction yard, so it's like a real mirror, it's not good if you're behind. Like falling behind if you move your construction yard here, like sure, that makes sense. But right now this does not make sense as to why you would be behind. So that sets you back quite a lot. Also, like, there, now it's correct. I'm so stupid. Now it's correct, okay? Thank you very much. Anyways, Apache. No, Orca. Orca is now out for Baghira. Orca is now out for my helicopter is blue. Because they know about the enemy Orca, all the way around they don't. Second one, they know about it. They built a second one as well. Which also means that they can just snipe. They can fly high, snipe. Whereas Baghira just can't do that. They don't have the vision to do that. So as soon as like the helicopters, the Orcas are back into the fog of war, Baghira can't do anything against it. There they come. Hey Baghira, you have them as well, right? And the first one is pretty much already dead. And okay, you're going to try and snipe the construction yard, but that's not going to work. But at least it's like making your enemy like hunt after you, which is okay. And like it does waste them like some ammo, but like there, one of your Orcas is already dead. These are once again back into the fog of war. Last one you could click, I believe, just because it's like barely there. You should be able to click that. But still, 3 Orcas. This one is heavily damaged. And once again, like yeah, you can try to fight it, but that's going to be difficult. However, and that's a lot of rocket soldiers. So all of your Orcas are now dead. That is expensive. 1500 each for the first time, and then it's 1200 for each additional Orca. You've spent so much on it. You're behind an eco. You'll probably stay behind an eco. You've lost all of those Apaches. No, Orcas. And I don't... Oh, this is bad. Our yellow player has a very difficult time ahead of them if they want to win this. Using an Orca against like infantry now, it's not designed to do that. And to the fog of war, it doesn't understand. Oh well, that one it does understand actually, because it is like not in fog of war. But still, I mean, it's 1 Orca versus 3. Orca sitting there. Oh, this could be the turning point. This could swing it for Baghira. 1 Orca down. Almost 2 Orcas down. So it's now 2 healthy Orcas versus 1 damaged and 1 very slightly damaged one. And pulling them into those rocket soldiers, and Orca is dead. However, these 2 are also pretty much dead. And it's an Orca battle where like the ground is not being used all that much. However, a lot of Grenadiers over here should be able to hold on against the ones from Baghira, and over here was the same thing. Couldn't really go after those rocket soldiers with them, because that would be like quite a decent target. And once again going to try and pull the enemy Orca into your rocket soldiers. And it's working, but you do lose 1 of your Orcas and it doesn't go down. Next time sit them down over there, then they have to fly straight over those rocket soldiers. But now, here one Orca is almost dead, but dodging pretty much all of the shots. And just going to take down a little bit of the power plant HP. It's not a screenshot, I hope. No, we're not dropping any frames, no. And going after the Orca. We'll kill the Orca without issues. But a new one has already been bought. And it's like 6k ahead for our blue player. So if there is someone who's able to afford losing 1 or 2 Orcas, it is blue helicopter. Who's using the like, well, more like, I don't know, propulsion drive thingies? They're not really helicopters, right? Orcas. I guess they are helicopters. Somewhat. Drones, you would probably call them. Though they are manned, so I don't know. Anyways, 2 of them are still alive for yellow and 4 for blue. However, that harvester is going to survive for now. And there is a bit of a ground push with these grenadiers. Are pretty much all cleaned up and stop the speed up. They will just... There, they will now all be cleaned up, or like almost all of them will be cleaned up again. But the next round is moving in already. Over here, eco is pretty much out for blue helicopter, not the case on the other side for Baghira. Side field is pretty much out, however it's also like pretty much out for blue helicopter. And when it comes to the south side, I would say it's like safer for blue helicopter. Though now with that second harvester there, the southern eco should be better for Baghira. Not anymore with the refinery going down, and that's a lot of Apaches, 6 of them. That's able to snipe pretty much everything. They don't know about the construction yard yet. And you've got a very stupid harvester, which might just allow you to scout that. The enemy isn't actually paying any attention to it. No grenadiers here. You're stealing the Tiberium from them, because they have all their attention over here on their Orcas. 4 Orcas for them, like now 4 for you, if you're blue. And you pulled off a successful heist. Now pulling their Orcas back into their base. If this is going to work again, then I'm really going to question like why Baghira doesn't have better unit control. And rocket soldiers are being stupid. Come on! Are they really just that stupid? No way. Anyways, over here, barracks in front should be able to clean up the grenadiers without too many difficulties. And just the fact that they feel comfortable enough to expand like this should just mean that it's like GG, right? I mean, they're in your base. Their Apache number, their Orca numbers are still better. With like, well, 3-3 now, 4-3. Yes, 4-3, 3 to what? Okay, it's equal then, sure thing. The issue is just like, where are they going to harvest from soon? Like, this is contested very much so. I mean, grenadiers, yes, there is still a barracks over here. Orcas can try their best, but it doesn't work. 1 Orca down. Unit control on point, so the other Orca will at least be damaged. Helipad will be damaged. Helipad gone. Another helipad will go. And the last helipad should go as well. That means that now they've got to spend 1500 to either rearm or buy a new Orca. However, this Orca is gone. And over there we've now got an advanced guard tower. In the enemy base. Well, in what was the enemy base. Where are you going to harvest? Nowhere, because they give up. So that means it's 2-0 for My Name Blue Helicopter. So, well done that you made it this far into the video. Consider watching the video in your lower left. But that's all I'm going to have for you today, and I'll see you in another video. Bye. Eco, only 4k ahead for Blue Helicopter.